Still tackles in the back. Shorrocks again. He goes on that solo route. Now it's the last. Clark, Hastings, slinging it along the line. Little ship from Wellesby. The leap up there from the man who's made that a real trademark bet. But he's beaten in the air, and Warrington do superbly well. Smith again gets out of there.
Yeah, great work, wasn't it, by Josh Smith? He said he had a great season last season. He played the majority of his rugby for Easts in the centres, finds himself on the wing. That's a fantastic take. Really good take, because we all know how dangerous Carl Felt is in the air.
And a penalty here for Warrington as well, so a little bit of self-congratulation going on, and a chance to clear their lines.
Yeah, this is the penalty, just a little bit too much in and around the ruck. Felt is not moving, static on top of his defender. Too much going on. Toby King complains to the referee. Referee agrees.
Represented on these shores as well in this year, and a sparkling new venue for Magic Weekend, and some wonderful rugby league to look forward to, which is being represented right here. Eventually Hopewati brings down Williams. Now he puts the kick to the corner, and Wellesby, always favourite to get there. Just a little bit of hesitation, but manages to do the job.
Yeah, really smart attacking play from the Warrington Wolves. Coast to coast in 2 tackles. That's all.
Walker again. Sneed. Williams chiming in. Now it's further left again to Toby King, who reaches and will claim the try. Referee points the finger. Warrington have their first of the night and their first of the season.
Right, it's a brilliant finish from Toby King. As we know this season, the video referee will be reviewing that in the background just to make sure. But it looked for all money like Toby King's first try of the 26th season. And again, off the back of some great attacking play from George Williams. This is the dropout, really well taken, with conviction from Hopewati. And again, just how quickly they move the ball, how comfortable they look. That's the result of an awful lot of reps on the training field. And an early ball to your centre, any strike centre like King, and there are no problems with that. You know, big, athletic, human being, Toby King. Give me early ball, let me take on my opposite number. Skips to the outside, first try, first blood, Warrington Wolves. It's a lovely little shimmy is that. Gets on the outside really well, no double movement, ball carrying arm not grounded, no problem.
We're still waiting for absolute confirmation. And not until then will the shot clock go on in terms of the goal kick attempt. Mark Sneed down there is, I think, just asking the referee what the situation is.
Yeah, take another look at it. So Toby King beats Robertson, all ends up, and look, that for me, that's absolutely 100% a try. Yeah, the try
has been confirmed.
Yeah.
Confirmed as a try. Countdown's on, and of all the kickers, I think this countdown might be an issue. Mark Sneed loved to milk this kind of situation, didn't he? Take as long as he possibly could before this this new 60 seconds to take the kick rule came in, but it doesn't seem to be troubling him too much. Well, that's how much it's troubling him. Right from the touchline, strokes it over. Little way for the St Helens fans, and Warrington leads 6-0.
Incidentally, Mark Sneed.
Sharks to Hastings, and Sailors over there again. A little delayed pass, and suddenly there's room on that left-hand side for cross, but Warrington's defence is over there, and efficiently.
And they take some real meters. Now it's Warrington's turn to try and work their way out of their own 20.
There's Walker quickly out of dummy half, has support as well from the lightning Taylor Rowe, who puts the foot down, and look at this! Look at that! Wow! It's a thunderous noise, but it was a flash of lightning on the field. Kai Taylor Ray, there's the potential, there's the reality.
And that's what potential being realised, Dave. And look at the teammates surrounding him. The entire Super League world knew that this was a gamble. But this kid has just answered any doubters. What a fantastic individual try. The pace on the line, you'll get a really good look here. Supports on the inside. into the backfield, and then he just pins his ears back. And look who he's taking on. Wellsby, one of the best defensive fullbacks in the league, taken, left for dead. This angle will show it beautifully. Fullback just tracking Walker on the inside. And that's the quick rucks that we're talking about, the boys were talking about. Walker able to get out on the front foot, and then this kid, wow. Wow indeed.
Well, he scored a couple of tries.
That's the sound of vindication.
Yeah, I knew he could do that. And he's just shown it. Third try of the season already for Kai Taylor-Ray.
Do you know what, I remember, look, he's inexperienced, just his 10th first grade game, and he is a runner of a ball, I think. Runner first, passer second. But boy, has he got some speed. I remember watching him in 2024 at Castleford. I think he scored an absolutely cracking individual try that day, announced himself to the Super League world. Hat full of meters as well. And it's absolutely set this stadium alight.
Well, he's a Leeds lad, but he's been at this club since he was only 14 years of age. Kai Taylor-Ray, so they claim him as one as their own, especially after that. And Warrington lead by 12 points to nil. Well, good heavens, what a start.
They'll be playing this all season. Walker finds Ray. Look, just getting himself in that position is one thing. See the speed on the lad. Go on, CTW. We are going to be seeing plenty more of this kid.
Clever. With a hammer and the offload, that was good. Saints looking for a response and looking wide as Cross goes skipping forward. Attracting Warrington defenders his way. They've only one play left in this set. Hastings sticking it up there. The chase is on, but there's the test at the back. Bravery required, and he showed it aplenty as he's hammered to the ground.
Yeah, he was collected on impact, wasn't he, by Nenny McDonald. Fine margins these, but referee adjudged that Kai Taylor-Ray hadn't yet reached the ground, and he's probably right. Yeah, he's definitely right. First contact, and we're talking quarter of a second from Nenny McDonald there, from that being a cracking tackle. But instead...
creates something here. Williams down that right-hand side with a chip to the corner. Looking to isolate Dion Cross, but he's got up and pushed back, and they got the job. They forced the drop out underneath the sticks.
Do you know what? For all the razzmatazz that we've seen, for the silky passing, the individual brilliance in the shape of Kai Taylor-Ray, it's this stuff that I think Sam Burgess and this crowd, I think, will be really, really appreciative of. The kick chase, the pressure, not allowing Dion Cross to get to the ground, just in and up around the tackle. So Thewlis and Hopoate there, they're holding up Dion Cross's weight, not allowing him to get to the floor, and they earn another set in a really inviting position.
Hastings with the drop again. They're going short, even though last time it led to a try against them. It is a gamble, and it hasn't paid off because Thewlis comes up with Warrington possession.
Yeah, well, look, I can see the reaction, and I understand it as well from Harrison. Harrison and Clemmer going nose to nose here. Clemmer's coming hard and heavy. He had the sniff of a crusher about it.
I've got the set restart, basically.
As the teams separate, it's Thewlis who once again to underline the point about Warrington and that enthusiasm. First to the ball, he got down, he was sat down, and then Clemmer's come over the top. He's come over heavy-handed as well. And James Harrison took exception to that. Referee will be receiving instructions here from the video ref.
Flops on, so I've given a set restart. So I am going to go the zero tackle though, unless there's anything different. I will speak to him. Cheers, mate.
Well, the last thing they'll need is an injury to Josh Thewlis. Still missing, of course, Matty Ashton following that ACL. What is it, May last year?
I'll speak to
Not
him.
quite ready for the start of this season, but hopefully he's back before long.
Yeah, it's just that action there. He's in a vulnerable position. I mean, you know, it's not technically, that's not a crusher tackle. It has a crusher motion to it. He just folded him, hasn't he? His suitcase, Josh Thewlis, one of the toughest kids around. Yeah, awkward. And you can see why James Harrison came in to show his feelings about that one and to make objections. I'm not sure you can call that foul play just aggressive, isn't it?
Okay, 6 again. We'll be on zero tackle. All good. All right.
Rather than anything intentionally evil, it's just gone down as clumsy. So 6 again for Warrington. It's as good as a penalty, really, isn't it?
Set restart.
It was a tap
Zero
and go.
tackle. It's a set restart.
Or a heel and go. Likely to be a few weeks before he returns. Takes a bit of shine off the heavy artillery. Here he comes again, and he's made the break again. Taylor Ray with a pass. Out it goes. Little search for the corner, and it is going to be another sensational try. Hopewati with the finish, but it was all about a young fullback. Taylor Ray. Swiftness of foot for the first, similar for the second, but then a heck of a pass to create the try.
Well, Super League's got another speed merchant, Albert Hopewati with the try, but CTW, the wheels on him. It's ridiculous. Just ducking in behind the ruck as well. Through the first line of defence into the backfield, that was the question mark I had on him. I knew he was quick. I knew he was really quick. He's got a pass on him as well. We discussed this earlier in the day, runner first, but if you've got this in your armoury and you can get into space and give it to someone in a better position than you, then you are going to be a huge asset for your side. Albert Hopewati, try number 3 for the Warrington Wolves. Sam likes it, Sam loves it. But Taylor Ray, take another look at him in the build-up to this, because that was special.
Well, I tell you, this crowd have been thrilled by a certain fullback at this club over the last year or so. But the question already, 28 minutes into this new season, is Matt Duft who?
Yeah.
Because they've got a new star in town.
Yeah, 20 seconds.
Sneed's on the clock.
Time's off. Shot clock off, time back on.
Hook from that right-hand side. It has gone wide, and it remains at 16-0.
Yeah, take a look at Taylor Ray's starting position here. He's signed behind the ruck, and then just ducks in behind, into that dead space in behind the ruck. Look, that's a really smart piece of running play. And those with pace know that there's that little soft spot. If you've got the pace to get past the initial mark of defenders, there is
back on the inside. Shorrocks. Hastings again. Wellesby pops one over the top. Crosses. Isolated and dealt with in no uncertain terms.
Exhibit C. Warrington Wolves, the attitude they brought to their opening game this evening is first class. Toby King kick chase, opening couple of minutes. Josh Shoeless first to a bouncing ball 5 minutes ago. Josh Shoeless does not give Dion Cross an inch. Hammered into touch. Well, and look, yeah, what other reaction can you have? Plus his cheeks. He was given nothing and nowhere by that man.
Shorrocks in hot pursuit, so he gets the kick up. Wellesby soundly underneath it. Oh, the pass was asking a lot, and that was perhaps an expected outcome. Felt put in the face of fire.
He's took the ball really well. He's passed, but look who's on the scene as well. That's a really good read defensively. I think that's a mistake that's been forced into Kyle Felt because of the actions of Toby King. Wellesby was tracking across the field.
Down the middle, it's taken by Joe Philbin. Walker to Williams. Just a bursting effort. King fancies this himself, loses the ball. Clark might have had a hand in there.
No advantage,
Penalty.
Offside. Offside, no advantage.
Offside against the St Helens defence.
Yeah, look again at the shape. Shape's so good. Williams to the lead line runner in Tanganoa, who just bumped Sailor off. Swats him away. And this is King, just doesn't, he can't ground the ball. He's under all sorts of pressure, isn't he, from Darrell Clark, but offside St Helens to go again, Wyatt.
Really do sense a chance to make this even bigger and even better. Hopewati pushing it for the corner, but the defence comes across in numbers.
Tell you what, that's a fantastic tackle.
Let go, Dion.
That's a cracking tackle. This thing will show it brilliantly. Dion Cross has just absorbed all the pace and momentum of Hopewati.
Here's Walker. Curry to Sneed, who slides a cute one in, and that's going to be offside, surely. Yeah, offside. Cross knocked it down. Clark picked it up.
He touches
Both did it out of necessity. but it has given Warrington, at the very least, another set and possibly a kick for goal.
Yeah, well, look, you won't blame Darryl Clark. I think if he doesn't pick that up, I think Warrington potentially score a try. You can't. You just got to accept the penalty there.
Two boys.
This defence is being examined, and Sam Burgess with a really early call. Extend this lead, please.
No captain's challenge, so
Shot
St
clock.
Helens
Shot clock on.
clearly admitting their culpability there.
Is it? All right. Right there. You get a good shot.
This for a 3-score lead with just about 90 seconds of the first half remaining. What a statement Warrington are making so far in this game. They will not rest on their laurels, given what's in that St Helens side.
Get your arms down. Get your arms down. Keep your arms down. Keep your arms down.
Shot clock.
Thank you. Shot clock off.
Little twist and turn, as he so often does. That's his style. Over it goes. 18 points to 0.
Yeah, and it's been a first half that has been completely dominated by Burgess's Primrose and Blue. St Helens, they've not been allowed to find any kind of rhythm, have they, in this game? And it's been a...
Helps it on its way again. Here comes Host. Bustling in, not going too far. Hastings looking for the long ball, finds cross, angles in. This could be quite a finish. He's got over the line, but I don't think he's got it down. Yeah, held up. Back 10 metres. Well, he beat 2, but 2 more came.
Yeah, good footwork, got himself in a try-scoring position, but repelled. Kai Taylor-Ray in there, Thewlis in there.
Hastings again, the kick to the corner. MacDonald is on the chase, but it is a hand from Williams that saves the day. Warrington get the drop.
Yeah, that's a much better kick. Really challenging kick. Williams had to play at that. He got on his bike, got his head down, and snaked out his right arm to stop Nene MacDonald from opening the scoring for St Helens. And you're right, it's a real period of sustained pressure here. You do feel like they need to come away.
For the good of their own mindset. 8 minutes and 21 seconds of this second half. St Helens have had the ball, and most of it has been here. Hastings trying to shuffle it away, and finding a gap, and finding a way. Wellesby dragging himself over. St Helens finally make a breakthrough. Is this the start of something? St Helens are on the board.
And it's that situational stuff. They have gone through plays like this. They do entire sets. Get themselves in a good position. What does it look like from the 20-metre line? They get the opportunity because of that mistake. They go back to the left-hand upright on the third play, and they disguise Jack Wellesby, who never ceases to amaze me just how strong he is in the tackle. Deceptively strong, brushes off Sneed, carries Walker, and opens Saints' scoring. But there's no doubt about that. That is a training ground move. Open the field up, back to the left-hand upright, and then Jack Wellesby from a blind position, trailing Jackson Hastings, and they get a much-needed try, much-needed points on the board.
They're just having a look at this.
Time off.
Chris Kendall is
Official
deciding
review.
he wants a longer look here.
The video referee's looking, he's reviewing the try.
Yeah, but what are you checking the try?
He's looking at the lead runner first.
Checking for obstruction here. Let's have a look at this.
We're checking the lead runner of David Clemmer. Okay, the responsibility of Clemmer is to find space. He doesn't, he runs directly at the chest of Kalepi Tanganoa. Kalepi Tanganoa is then materially disadvantaged. He can't have an effect on the tackle on Wellesby. I'm happy I've got the angle I need. I've made my decision.
Well, it sounds like that brief moment of joy is going to be snatched away from St Helens. Remember, every try is checked in the back this year, and if the video referee referee decides he's seen something he doesn't like, he will give that message out. It is no try, it's an obstruction, and therefore it's a Warrington penalty.
Are you sure about? I'm not sure about that. Look who makes initial contact here. Tanganoa goes at the Saints player. It's clever, isn't it? The Warrington defender initiates the contact there. Clever's in the way.
A passage down the middle. Hastings on the last, will hoist it. Sailors on the chase again here, and that's a mid-air collision, and the referees are judged. It was an attempted tackle in mid-air, not a challenge for the ball, and so Warrington get another penalty.
Yeah, got himself in the right position, Tristan Saylor, but not a genuine challenge to take possession. He ended up just careering into Kai Taylor-Ray, didn't he? Taylor-Ray off the ground. There's got to be an element of protection to players there in the air, and he's just not there fast enough. Tristan Saylor.
Referee's just having a word again here.
Captain's challenge. St Helens are challenging the on-field decision of a tackle in the air.
St Helens challenging that penalty.
Yeah. That's fine, mate. No worries. Yeah, you'll look at that.
Okay, we have a captain's challenge. St Helens are challenging the decision of a tackle in the air. If we pause the ball on the foot, if we just go one more frame, please. Okay, yeah, everyone is onside. If we run it through now. Run it through on this angle, please. So we're looking... Okay, there's no issue there. If we get a tight-in shot now, please. Okay, is this a tackle in the air, or is it just two players competing for the same ball? If we go to the other camera one, please. We're looking at Tristan Saylor. Okay, he only ever has eyes for the ball. If we then cut to camera 7, please. Saylor is always looking at the ball, and this is just two players competing for the same ball. If we then go to camera 5, run it through now. So it's not a tackle in the air, and then the ball is lost forward by Warrington. I'm happy I've viewed the angles I need. I've made my decision.
Well, it's a wise challenge from St Helens.
Yeah, some good video refereeing there. Good angles. You convinced me, Jack. Genuine challenge for the ball. Well explained. Successful challenge by St Helens.
Biggest roar of the night from the Saints fans. Suddenly they're offered an opportunity again here. Knock on, so it'll be a scrum down. But St Helens on the feed.
Yeah, the more times you look at that, the more obvious.
To the left side of their defence, because that's where St Helens are coming now through Walmsley. And has he reached? Has he got there? The referee
Down off.
clearly thinks no try.
I have no try. Looking to confirm tackles complete. Double movement to the line, please, Chris.
Double movement is what they're looking at. This could be a painful outcome for St Helens, because it could be a penalty against them.
Yeah, go from here now.
I give it you. I give the markers, not square. Oh, did you get it? Yeah. I can see it, I'll give it again.
Okay, so we're checking for a potential double movement. If we run it through now, please. Worms is in possession. Yeah, it's in Tanganoa. Yeah, if we go to camera 2, please.
Tackle 3, so we'll have a 1.
Camera 1, please. Okay, so if we run this through full speed now, we'll watch it first on full speed. And if we go back again, please. Okay, so yeah, go through now, through slow. Okay, at this point, tackle is complete and Wardsley is well short of the line. He then promotes his arm and the ball, and that's the only reason that the ball gets to the line. It's a double movement. I'm happy, I've viewed the angles I need, I've made my decision.
So twice now they have tested it to the limits, but each time they come up short, and it will be a penalty for Warrington. No try. unless something's changed in the last couple of seconds.
There's a little bit of frustration here, do you think, building with St Helens? Alex Walmsley gets close, but not close enough. And as Chris Kendall explained, just tackle complete, tries to promote the out. I'm not sure he got there anyway.
Okay, boys, let's go. Go, 3.
Wolfsby. Oh, brilliant dummy. Sold his man. Head down for the line. Yes, he's got that. Surely no denying this one. Third time of asking. St Helens get their points. And there are still 20 minutes to go. But he's hurt himself in the making of that try.
Well, it's a classy try, and he's a bit of bother here, is Jack Welsby. He's clutching at the shoulder. He didn't get a very good, clear shot of just maybe whether he's extended that in the act of scoring, the old AC joint, getting a workout potentially, but the try build-up, just a shift on the outs, shift of the hips on the outside. Brilliant finish in the corner. Yeah, he just sneaks on the outside of Liam Byrne, doesn't he? And then pins the ears back, goes for the corner. And he just extends that right shoulder, doesn't he, as he hits the floor. Look at that subtle shift to the hips. It's classy stuff, really classy stuff from Jack Welsby.
Not that long ago, we were talking about Jack Welsby in a similar style that we've been talking about Taylor Ray tonight. Still only 24 years of age is Jack. Such a senior star in so many ways these days. Hastings puts it well away. First attempt of the night. It remains at 18 points to 4.
Well, it
remains a 3-score lead and a worrying sign for St.
Yeah, that's the most significant picture. These are great pictures. That's a silky try, a classy try from a really classy player. Just that shift on the outside, spots Liam Byrne, middle forward, defending out on the edge. Shows him a clean pair of heels. But it's this act here that as it goes down to ground the ball, the shoulder comes up in an awkward position, and he's been moved across.
And now Saylor putting the skip on. It's out to Robertson. Up in the air from Hastings. Chases on. Saylor! Oh! Where did he come from? He came at such pace. Warrington, open mouth, looking to the skies. Saylor suddenly appears, punching the air in delight.
That's an absolute stunner. It's a stunner from Saylor. And it's right underneath the sizable travelling support from St Helens. Well, the last 60 seconds, this game's been turned on its head. Look at Saylor, herring through. Oh, that's brilliant. That is brilliant stuff. And what a riposte from the Red V. Jackson Hastings lofts the ball and he gives his man every chance to get underneath. It's a clean catch, bobble at the last second. But that's a try, and how important is that? Hastings will knock this over. We've got a 10-point ball game and we've got a grandstand finish, Dave.
Well, better than that from St Helens' point of view. We've got an 8-point ball game because Hastings sticks it in. 18 points to 10. Suddenly there's belief at the far end of the ground. St Helens have got momentum. They're in the mood.
That's so good. That is so good from Tristan Saylor. The kick from Hastings puts right on the spot. Now has to pick his way through Warrington defenders. You look at the response, look at the reaction from the crowd as well. There's life in them yet.
Here's Curry, Williams. There's some width here, provided by the super flying winger, Josh Guinness. Aerodynamic perfection. Warrington back in the comfort zone. The lights are flashing. The noise is booming. And Warrington have a response.
That's a really special finish in the corner from Josh Guinness, who once again, you'll see the setup. Just how easily they've been able to move the ball, how comfortable at moving the ball. And then an absolute belter of a pass here from Kai Taylor-Ray. Just rifles it to his wingman. There's still some work to do. Williams, Taylor-Ray, that's a belter. And that's a great finish. Gets airborne, gets the legs in the air. Yeah, it's a great pass. And outstrips the St Helens defence. Owen Dagnall can do very little about that.
Wow. Have we seen a dull try tonight?
That's a really good finish.
Everything's been spectacular.
He never seems to do anything, Josh Lewis, without hurting himself. His face planted into the ground as he scored that. It was a cracker, that one.
Warrington's leading try scorer last year with 15, 13 of those in the Super League. And he's up and running in the competition this year. And if nerves were building, that just settles them a little for the Warrington Wolves.
Yeah, it's been a productive last 15 minutes for St Helens, culminating. They worked their way into it. Couple of near misses, couple of almost, and then a 60-second period that blew this game wide open. So, yeah, it is a significant score at a significant time for Warrington.
Sneed just rocking back. Two tries, 2 goals, the difference at the moment, so he wouldn't mind sticking this one over. It's a tough one from the touchline, but he has kicked it, and it is a 3-score lead. 4 successes from 5 attempts, 24 points to 10. Warrington now lead.
Well, try scored by Thewlis. Try assist by Kai Taylor-Ray, try generated by Danny Walker with a lovely piece of smart play around the ruck, which, by the way, get this for a stat, was their sole play the ball in the opposition half.
Mate, the play's been reviewed, okay? You make contact that is considerably late, causing high-level danger. There's considerable head flexion, mate, you're in the bin.
Yellow card.
Late tackle on the try.
Kai Taylor-Ray. Amusingly, Jackson Hastings says, me?
What's that, mate? It's been reviewed in that play. It's a late tackle.
You've got Jack Wellsby off injured, nursing an injured shoulder, we think. Jackson Hastings has to sit down for 10 minutes for this, and it's late, and it's a shove, and that's absolutely the right call. He's very often, for such a physical centre, can drift in and out of games. I think, you know, if this season, if this game rather, is a measure of how he's going to apply himself this season, he'll be a real problem for oppositions.
Well, all things being equal, Warrington would be up against the champions, Hawkinson Rovers, next week. But of course, Hull KR have a date with Brisbane Thursday night. You can see that on the
performance, of course. I think you need to give credit where credit's due. This has been a superb performance in the main from the Warrington Wolves, the side who all the boys said before the game had plenty to prove, and it's been built on actions like that. As much as we've seen and wondered at the finishing by Thewlis and the breaks and the try by Kai Taylor-Ray, it's this sort of attitude that I think will please the coach the most.
So happy box. Sailor. Oh, it's given away, and Thewlis gratefully receives it. And Williams looking for the outside. Decides he's not got the pace for that, but he might know a man who does. Hopperati brushes away one, steps away from another. And on this night of nights of fabulous scores, put that on the list. Albert Hopperati. Footwork that was bewitching and bewildering. St Helens clutching at shadows. Warrington on the way to a big win.
Well, his first try, we were talking about the build-up, weren't we? The second he's made entirely himself. There's some significant signings of joining this Warrington side in the off-season. But I'll tell you what, Albert Hopperati has put his name right up there as well. Saints overplaying, you can't blame them for that. It's where we are. Nice little pass out the back. It's still nothing on. Step inside, and then that's sensational. Sensational. And he's a happy boy. And why not? What a finish. The young fans in here, they've come in their absolute droves this evening. And they've witnessed some special stuff, haven't they? Brilliant team performance. And capped off with some individual brilliance at times.
Well, there is going to be a review here.
Time off. Official review. He's reviewing if he's tackled before he's made contact with the ball. He's going to have a go. On Matt Whitley. Have a look.
Let's see from the video referee.
He's having a look if he makes contact with before he gets the ball.
Okay, we're just looking at the contact. Is the contact on Whitley prior to him being able to take possession of the ball by Hopoate? Okay, as you can see there, his right arm makes contact, and then if we go to camera 9, please. So we've already shown that his right arm makes contact, and his left arm also makes contact prior to Whitley being able to take possession of the ball. That's tackle without the ball. I've viewed the angles I need. I've made my decision.
Oh, stop it. Hopper is going to be denied. Oh.
Wait for this, by the way. Wait for the reaction to this. There's Warrington fans from Party Central to Billy Buskill. Here we go. So he's restricted to just the one that tried tonight. Is he not just going for the ball? He's just going for the ball.
He's wrapped his arms around the player. I tell you what, there's millimetres in it.
Before he gets the ball, it's a penalty.
There's millimetres in it. And it, well, so all that good work then, it won't run.
Hastings again. Ball over the top, lovely pass, and felt grateful recipient on the end of that. Matters little to Adcom, but at least it gives St Helens something to smile about at the end. Kyle Felt the scorer.
It was a great pass as well. Good vision from Tristan Saylor. Well, I thought he had an outstanding debut season for Saints. Ever present in 2025, played in 3 different positions, was asked to play in 3 different positions, half one of them, and he finds the key pass there to Kyle Felt.
Is confirmed. And the kick is wide.